NBC5 investigates. President Trump's renewed calls for mass deportations led to thousands of people being apprehended by immigration agents.
Well, tonight, NBC5 Investigates uncovered how those arrests could impact the immigration court system already overwhelmed. Here's investigative reporter Bennett Haberly.
Police, U.S. Marshals with the warrant. Open the
This
door.
is not Immigration and Customs Enforcement. They're U.S. Marshals who breached the door of this Elgin home last week looking to arrest Jose Ramos on outstanding criminal warrants.
That's when I started recording, and then that's when they broke the door, kept asking us to come out, come out.
18-year-old Betsy Lopez says her brother hasn't lived there in months. She posted a video of the encounter to Facebook.
No, we need to see your warrant.
In it, you could see a marshal remove people from the home as Betsy and others asked to see a copy of the warrant. There's confusion. Once inside, marshals realized her brother wasn't there, and they instead apprehended her father, 44-year-old Raul Lopez Garcia, an undocumented Mexican immigrant who Betsy and her sister say has lived in the U.S. for more than 20 years.
We were confused because, like we said, he was not the guy they were looking for. We told them that the guy they're looking for doesn't live here.
And they still managed to come inside and in this way, like breaking down our door and taking someone that they knew was not the person who they were looking for.
The U.S. Marshals tell NBC5 Investigates Raul Lopez Garcia was hiding in the attic. And while not their initial target, the operation morphed into an ICE case when they learned he was undocumented. The family says he was brought here to an ICE processing center just outside Chicago, and online jail records show he's now being held in an ICE detention facility in Indiana.
He takes care of our whole family. He's the one that works for us. He's the one that, just in charge of us. So it is a little scary to know. Like, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if we're going to be able to see him again.
Her father's case will likely be added to an immigration court system that has an estimated backlog of more than 3.7 million cases, according to a Syracuse University database that tracks federal court. Is the system overwhelmed?
The system is definitely overwhelmed, and is overwhelmed in the big cities. So
immigration attorney Chris Kirchaba says President Trump's calls for increased immigration enforcement will likely add to the system already underwater.
Well, it's going to have a tremendous impact, just at the outset.
Since Trump took office weeks ago, ICE's priority has been on those with criminal records or those who already have orders of removal, both of which Kirchaba says won't likely impact the system. But others like Raul Lopez Garcia will.
Now, there's over 600 immigration judges in the United States now, again, compared to when I started in 1990, and there were only 78. Yeah. Did you find that platform?
Retired immigration judge James Fujimoto says at first glance, the landscape appears bleak.
It's hard to put it into perspective when you really think about it, because essentially it's charging each immigration judge with 4,000 or 5,000 cases, and that's just a huge docket when you compare that to just about any other court.
The problem, both men say, is how the courts are structured. They fall under the Department of Justice and the Attorney General, and what cases get prioritized can change depending on who's holding public office. This 2023 study by the Congressional Research Service shows the current backlog is so immense that adding another 300 judges wouldn't clear it for 10 years. In fact, it would take an additional 700 judges, more than 1,300 in total, to clear the backlog by 2032, which Fujimoto says doesn't account for the need for additional support staff.
They're saying they're going to put these people on a fast track to get out of our country. You're saying the law doesn't allow that to happen.
There's only so much you can do. You can say we want to emphasize certain kinds of cases and put those types of cases on a faster track, faster adjudication. That you can do, if you're in charge.
What is the challenge for immigration attorneys?
I think it's the uncertainty is the biggest one in Chicago, especially. It's the idea that you never know when your case is going to be called up.
So we would all go as a family.
Uncertainty. The same thought running through the Lopez house.
I just feel like some people have to understand that not everyone is a criminal. Like my dad, he comes here to give us a better life.
NBC5 Investigates reached out multiple times to the White House asking the Trump administration what cases it might want to prioritize and if it supports adding additional immigration judges. We'll keep you posted of any response. Bennett Haberly, NBC5 Investigates.
Bennett, thank you very much.